life. Terence is going to be doing speech number 9, Persuade with Power. And his title today is Become a Champion of Your Life. 3 habits you must cultivate to reach the pinnacle of success. Terence Young, become a champion of your life.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so the New York City Marathon was this past weekend. And I love watching the New York City Marathon because it reminds me of back when I ran the New York City Marathon in 2003 and watching all the people cross that finish line and putting their hands up because they've accomplished that goal. It makes me so excited to see that. And so I get excited watching those, and I also like watching the elites, the elite runners, the males and the females. They're running this race at about 5 minutes per mile. That's the pace. They finish in about 2 hours and 10 minutes for the entire 26.2 miles. And so I got to thinking, what does it take to get in that kind of shape? They've got to be extremely dedicated. They have to have a very strong diet and stick to the program. And they have to have goals that they stay on night in and night out, day in and day out, in order to be a champion in their sport. And today what I'm going to discuss with you is 3 distinct areas that can help you become a champion in your life. We're going to focus on how you can take action, because champions take action. How you can communicate effectively, because to become a champion, you must communicate effectively. And lastly, you must follow the sequence of change, which is what all champions do. So first is act. You must take action. I know you love this. I always do acronyms. So act. The first thing you must do is A. You must act. You must move forward. That's what champions do. See, most people are waiting around. They're waiting for something to happen, but it never happens. Have you ever met someone who says they're going to do something? They're going to start a business. They're going to start a workout program or a diet, but they never do. They're still waiting for the right time. But there is no right time. The right time is right now. So if you're going to do something, you got to do it, and that's what champions do. They take action. There's an old Spanish proverb that says that tomorrow is the busiest day of the year because everybody's going to do something tomorrow. See, it never gets here. You've got to do it now. That's what champions do. Okay? C is control what you can control. This is what champions do. See, you can't control the weather. You can't control what's going on out there. You can't control what's going on in Washington. You can vote, but you can't control what's going on in Washington. Right? But you can control your attitude. That's so important. You can control how you react to something. And that's what champions do. You see, it's not what happens in life that's important. It's what you do about what happens. That's the most important thing. And finally, T, use the tools that are already given to you. I can't tell you how many times I've met people who will say they don't know how to do this or they don't know how to do that, but they won't use the tools that are already given to them. We have a computer right in front of us. Use that. How about going to the local library and using that? If you want to learn something, go out and get that knowledge. It's there. We carry around a cell phone in our hands that connects us to the entire world. Use the tools. That's what champions do. They do all of those things. So that's the first step. You must act. Okay, secondly, what you must do is communicate effectively. Communication is a broad subject, so I'm going to touch on one part of communication that is extremely important, and that's eliminating powerless words from your vocabulary. So a powerless word is something that doesn't help you get to the point of what you need to do. Words like think. I think it's going to be okay. So if I said, Stephanie, I know, Stephanie, that they said don't get in the water because there's sharks in the water. But I was over there a couple of minutes ago, and I think it's going to be okay. So you're going to get in the water? I'm not getting in the water either. I don't think so. I'm not getting in the water. There was a very famous person one time who said, you either do or you don't do. There is no try. You know who said that? Yoda said that, and he was right. Yoda was right. So I want to demonstrate. Let me see one of those pencils right there. Maybe you can help me out. Chip can help me out. I'm going to demonstrate how try means you're not going to do it. So Chip, I'm going to put this pencil right here, and I'm going to ask you to try to pick up the pencil. Go ahead. Well, you can't. Because you can't try. See, try means you're not going to do it. So eliminate these types of words from your vocabulary, and it will take you to the next step of becoming a champion in your life. That's the second step. Eliminate powerless words. And finally, you must follow the sequence of change. I developed a sequence of change, and it's very simple. It goes like this. In order to change, you must change your beliefs first. Once you change your beliefs, then you change your thoughts. Once you change your thoughts, then you change your actions. And once you change your actions, then you can change your life. It's so important that you follow that. See, most people try to jump right into changing an action without changing their belief. You can't go that way. You got to start with the belief. Start there. I love the way Mike Dooley put it. He said if you change your thinking without changing your behavior, then you really haven't changed your thinking, have you? No, you haven't. You know, so if you want to be successful in life, if you want to be a champion in your life, you've got to follow these steps. These keys to life will help you. So remember these steps. Remember to always communicate effectively. Always follow those steps as far as the sequence of change. And also, my first step. Yes, take action. Thank you. And take action. If you can do that, it will change your life. My name is T.Y. Thank you for allowing me to share this with you today. As always, allow the universe to work in your favor and be blessed.
Good job.